In our last session, we discussed about the structures and also about the table type, and also how can we enhance the standard table structure, or how can we reuse an structure which is already there, or we can create a reusable structure using include structure. And also we discussed about the search help and also about the lock objects, right? So, and before starting the basic programming, so in earlier classes we also covered the basic syntax rule of an ABAP, and also how can we create an ABAP program, right? And also the basic syntax rule. If you get a time today, you can also go and refresh your knowledge on these topics, and also the data types, right? So I hope you people remember it, right? And variable we discussed, and also about the data types like character and also numeric, and also the variable and the data type, right? So with this, in basic programming, we covered this topic, this one, and data types, also variables, but we have not seen what is the use of types keyword, and also what is operator. Right? Let's understand about this. Types. So before this, guys, we will also understand about coding standards. Okay, what is coding standards? Coding standards help developers to understand the source code written by other developers. Okay, so let's say sometimes what happens, like we develop the program and somebody might change in future. You may stay in company, but you may not stay in the company, but somebody should handle the issue, right? Not only you can handle it every time, you cannot stay in one company for permanently. So that also possible, you can stay, but still depends on person to person. So we have our SAP, or the companies will follow the coding standards as per their rules. Okay, they will maintain some rules, like let's say if you create any local variable, you just have to start with lv underscore and your variable name. So then we call this as a local variable. Okay, we will also follow some coding standards even in our training. And then whenever you join your company, you just ask your company that what coding standards are they following, right? So what are they following actually? So you just have to ask them. But in our case, we follow ours. Okay. So gv underscore, if I declare anything, okay, so that will be an global variable. If I declare, if I say anything with lt, that means it's a local internal table, or else let's say l underscore it. If I start with something like this will be an local internal table. Okay, so if I declare anything with uh, or else let's do one thing instead of this. LT means local table, GT means global internal table. Okay, so global internal table, and if I say something like work area, in that case this will be OWA starting with work area, right? And also if I end anything with the underscore ts, then it is a structure, local structure to the program. Okay, local structure. That means it is only available in that program. We can use it outside the program, which we can say. And yeah, these are some coding standards we also follow. Okay, whenever we declare structure, we use TS. Okay, why TS? Because if anybody see that in the future, they should understand, right? So let me just give you an example. I'll just say log on. This is a program that we had created earlier to understand basic programming. So we will use the same as of now. Whenever we need to create a new program, we also will do that. Now this is more sufficient, guys. Let's say if you're declaring something like this, let's say data, maybe some name you'll use. Let's say Samya type C. Then Gunadev type table of. So, and these variables are used somewhere here. Let's say you have declared at the beginning of the program, somewhere here you have declared it, and then you're going to use this variable somewhere here in the below of the program. You may understand because you declared it however you wanted to do it, but if any other developer has to understand this program, so in that case it will be really difficult for him, right? So what he will understand, how he will know that this is an internal table and this is an variable, is that difficult, right? That will be difficult, right? You cannot go and create variables in your names or your data objects in your names, because other developer also has to understand whatever is being created by you. It will be really difficult, right guys? How you know that which one is variable here, which one is internal table, and then maybe which one is your work area? How it is how easy it is for you to identify. So to understand this again, so you have to double click on this. Let's say one more. Just keep it like this, okay? To understand this, okay, you have to double click on this. Unless you see the syntax of it, you will not know whether it's a work area or it's an internal table or it's an variable, right everyone? Do you agree? Right? Really difficult, right? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
So what if I just add an extension to it? Let's say, how about now? Easy. This is local variable. This is local table. This is a work area. Easy or not? Understood everyone? Understood why we need to go with coding standards?
Yes, yes, Rajesh.
Why it is important?
Yes, understood, Rajesh.
Yeah. So you never should go and develop the program with your names. Okay. Remember, give the proper names. Don't go and write your names in the program, right? You don't have to keep your signature in the program. So it's not only owned by you, there are other developers also like you, right? So you should never do this. It's a bad coding practice. Okay, always follow the better one. Okay, so you should never do this. Okay, so now
Ajay, I have one doubt. Which
yes,
version of SAP you are using? Because I got server. Little bit screens are differing from the server and the screens which you are showing.
so okay, Which version of SAP GI you have installed?
The same one which you have given in the PPT, right?
Same you have installed. In that, you can do one more thing. Go to this 3 lines here and
Okay.
options, and here you will find an visual design
Okay.
and theme setting. Select Bliss. You might be having selected signature theme.
Okay.
Select the Bliss theme.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, it is just a theme, nothing else.
Okay. This is one is ECC only, right?
No, I'm not using ECC. I'm using the latest, which is S4 HANA 2021. So
Okay. Okay.
because I do also give a BAP 100 training, so I need the
Okay.
latest server. So I'm using the latest one. It says for
Okay. Got.
HANA 2020
Okay.
with
Got.
7.56 application version. You might be haven't taken 7.40, correct?
Yes. Yes.
But mine is the latest. Even it cost more for me, but you don't have to take this server just to practice a BAP. It's not needed. If you are going to join maybe a BAP on, in that case it is needed, but not now. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Rajesh, thank you.
Okay, so now let's come back. Good coding practice is that, let's say when you declare a variable, let's say even you have stored variable. So what variable it is? LV underscore sum, yeah, what variable it is? What is the purpose that you have created? You just created it for storing your name, or just some test value you wanted to store, or you created the variable to store an address, right? You created an variable to store material number. For what purpose you stored? Still, since you have provided this name, user, or sorry, other developers cannot understand, right? Maybe only you are the person who can understand because you have given your friend's name and your family names in your program. No other developers can understand. It's your practice, not the coding practice that should be followed in any company. Correct, guys? You should always follow the best practice. Let's say if you are declaring a local variable, and more, if you declare any global variable, maybe we'll start with gv underscore uh, global variable. Okay, and I come back. Let's say gv global variable. Okay, lv local variable. Okay, so now let's say if you want to declare a variable to store first name, in that case just say first name. Simple and sweet, right? F means first, name means just a name. Maybe it is of type C and length 20. Makes sense now? If you want to store the last name, L name, something like this, try to make the variable names or any name shorter. If you want to store middle name, M name, like this, type C, length 30 or 20. Okay, anything like this. Got it, everybody? Are we clear how to follow the coding standards? Like this you should develop. You should never do like this. This is how we should do, right? Best practice, best names to be given for your data objects. Understood or not, all of you?
Yes.
Anybody, any doubts so far? Okay, good. So now let's come to the types keyword, guys. Okay, what is the use of types keyword? Maybe I'll just keep it here itself. Quite waste on slide, right? So types. What is the use of types keyword? What is the use of types keyword, guys? Types keyword is used to define user defined data types. It is used to define user defined data types. Example are like complex data types. They can also define reference data types for object oriented ABAP. Okay, and also you want to declare just an data type, just the data type, simple or elementary data type. Elementary data type, complex data type, reference type, elementary data type. Okay, elementary data type, etc. It is just a data type. What is data type? Does data type allocate memory?
No.
No, very good.
Okay.
So system will never and ever allocate memory for an data type. System will never and ever allocate a memory for an data type. System will never and ever allocate memory for data type, right? So it allocates memory for data objects, but not for the data type. Where we discussed it. So if you remember, this is the data type. What data types will do? Data types will supply the technical attributes to the data object, but they never allocate a memory. The variable or the internal table or the work area is the one which allocates memory when you use the data type to declare it, right? That's what we had covered earlier sessions. Okay, anyways, so let's see creating the data type. Okay, so what I want to do now, like I just want to go and create a reusable data type. Okay, let's say guys, here I have declared an variable, right, by using c and length 20, right, everybody. If I want to increase the length of all these three variables, then how many places have to change?
3 places.
I have to change this at three places, correct? Right? If you have 100 variables like this and then all the names or something, for all of them, if you want to change the length, in that case, how many places you have to change?
100.
100 times. So the easy way is that you can just create one data type. Let's say maybe the data type is name, name underscore I'll just say, otherwise type, t underscore name you will create, and type I'll just say c length 20. Okay, so now I'll use the same here. Instead of this, I'll use shift alt. I'm holding shift alt and right arrow and down arrow, t underscore, after that type. Okay, so do pretty printer. Now guys, tell me, if I want to increase the length of these variables, how many places have to change?
Yes.
Hmm? How many places have to
1 place.
change?
1 place. 1
Yes,
place.
right. Understood. This
Yes,
is
sir.
what we call user defined data type. This is what we call user defined data type, and the purpose of user defined data type, right? So this is what we call variable declaration. This is the syntax to declare the variable data, variable name, type, and your data type, user defined data type, simple or elementary data type name. So this is how you define the this is what the use of first use of types keyword. Are we clear? Defining elementary data type,
Yes, sir.
everyone, all of you understood or not, let me know. You don't need to hesitate guys, right? So not everybody
Okay.
aware about everything. Even I am not an expert. I cannot say that. I never be an expert. I'm still learning like you. I'm also in learning like you, but maybe little bit I know better than you maybe right now because I have experience, but you don't have experience. You people have joined to learn. If you have doubt, no need to worry what others will think. If you want to ask any questions, you can always feel free to ask. Okay, You don't need to worry. So I don't think that there are silly questions that you have asked, or it's a small questions, or it's a big question. No questions are silly questions here. Okay, so nobody anyways imitates you or makes fun of you asking doubts, right? Some people I have seen that they want to ask their doubts, but they are hesitated to ask. Okay, you don't need to worry about anything. You are here to learn, and then if you have doubts, you stop me always and then ask your doubt. Okay, so that will be the best I can say, because when you ask doubts, even I will also learn it. If I don't know about it, that will be really good. I can go back and check it out, right? Not everybody get all the questions, so new peoples will have, or maybe freshers or the college pass outs always have more uh, more other way of learning it. Maybe their questions might be different, so it will always help me also to learn, right? It's not only you are learning, even I'm also learning with you. So don't need to hesitate for asking any doubts. If you have any, please go ahead. So don't worry, nobody will think anything or nobody makes fun of you. Okay, so anyways, let's comment. This is how we define the user defined data types. One way. Other way is that we can also define the structure. What is structure? What is structure? What is structure? Structure is a complex data type, correct? Basically, the structure is a complex data type, right? Structure and table type. Those two are the complex data type. And other things are like it will never and ever store the data in the database or in the program. Even in the program also it will not store any data. It is just a data type, right? Data type never allocates a memory. Okay, it belongs to complex data type, and then they will never ever store any data in the program. So we are going to define the structure in the program. To do that, we will see the syntax for that is types begin of your, let's say, type structure ts underscore maybe we will declare mara, maybe material, maybe material. Yeah, I'll just put like this, and then the syntax is also like end of the structure ts underscore material. This is how the structure ends. Inside this we will have multiple columns. Let's say material number type, and then you can use a data element here in material, or let's say mtrt material type mtrt. You can put any name, you put your name also, still it works, but we should not do that because that is not the best coding practice. So you should follow the proper naming convention when you're writing program. mtrt, okay, or m anything you can put type. Let's say c length 4. You can also use like this. You can also use the data element, or you can also take the reference of the table. Let's say mat maybe matql, and then it is of type. It is there in the mara table, and in the mara we also have matql. This is where it has to take the reference. Okay, like that you can also take the reference, and then you can also do just use the data elements, maybe mbrsh type mbrsh, like this you can also do, or use the data elements, or you can also use the user defined data type that you have created here. This is the type reference for this is the syntax, or this is how you create the structure in the program. Understood? This will never ever allocate a memory. Let me show you. I'll also enable this just to give you and clarity. I'll also use data, and let me declare a local internal table. So if I want to declare local internal table, it should start with what? lt underscore maybe material, something like this. Type table. Since I need an internal table, so I use type table. So TS underscore material. This is where the data type is being used. Material. LS or LS means locals work area. Let's use work area or meaningful type. PS underscore material. This is how you define internal table and work area. What is internal table? What is work area? There is a separate session for it. Don't have to worry right now. But I just want to show you whether it allocates memory or not. So let's go and execute the program, and we will see that in the deep mode to understand it better. I will go to the memory analysis tab here, and also I'll just have all these variables name. Hold Alt button, hold Alt keyword from Alt button from your keyboard and left mouse. You'll see the plus icon, just drag it to select. After that, Control C is for copy, Control V for paste. Again, hold Alt button and just drag and drop it here. You see all these are allocated memory, but the T underscore name is the type and TS underscore material is the type. So they will never and never allocate any memory. You see, this is saying invalid variables. These are not variables anyways. They will not allocate the memory. Guys, just one thing you don't have to worry about the internal table right now. Until unless you store the data in the internal table, it will not allocate any memory. You can see here T underscore name. Excuse me. Uh, TS underscore material. Do you see any memory allocated for this too?
No.
What about the variables and also the work area? Right, even in allocates memory, just let me show you. Whenever there is a data, it allocates memory. Don't worry about the syntax right now. Pen lines of I'll cover it. When internal table allocates memory, there is a data, but your structure never ever allocates any memory. This is the structure. This is the data type, right? It's a structure. You see, internal table allocated around 552 bytes of memory, but your structure TS material no memory. No option to drag and drop it here. Yeah, it is coming. That's good. Then see here LT underscore 552 TS underscore material no memory, and T underscore name that you have declared no memory for this also. It is just an skeleton, or it is just a structure, right? If you remember about data type, or just go back and revise data type once, you will know what is data type. Okay, so this is just a data type. Anybody doubts till now? Till now, anybody any doubts? Till now, anybody any doubts?
No, sir.
No? Okay. So let's go understand about the next topic that we have here is operators. Okay, so college days. What operators we have? Arithmetic operator. Then relational operator, correct? Then we also have one more logical operator. Yes or no? Right? These are the operators we have, right? What are arithmetic operators? What is the purpose of arithmetic operator? Anybody? We have something called
Addition,
add,
subtraction.
or you can just use plus sign, right? Add for addition. This is for, okay, subtract. Okay, you can also use star for multiplication, multiply. You can just use another keyword multiply, or otherwise you can use star, or slash for division. Okay, this is the keyword. You can use divide. It's keyword if you want to go with keyword, and if you want to do square, right? So square, no keyword for this. Double star, and also percentage for mod. Mod always is the reminder value, right? So percentage for mods. That is one thing. Okay, so this is arithmetic operator, and then we also have relational operators. What are the relational operators we have? Equal to, or you can use q, greater than, gt, less than, lt, not equal to, ne, greater than equal to, ge, less than equal to, le. Okay, and you also have logical operators. What are those? We heard about and, or, not. Okay, so what is the use of arithmetic operator, guys? It is used for mathematical calculation. It is used for mathematical calculations, right? It's mainly used for calculating any calculations. You can use it. Relational operators used to compare relation between uh, two values. It's used to compare relation between two values. That's what we use this, and then this logical operator used to build the complex logic. This is what the purpose of this used to build the complex logic. So maybe I'll just reduce the size. Do you remember all of them? This is your college days. You should know.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, Rajesh.
Everyone aware, right? Maybe logical
Yes.
operator you might have seen. Only people who are from computer science background, you have taken computer science in your college, you might have seen, but not the other ones you might have heard already, right? Equal to, greater than, you know what it is. Okay. And what are logical operators? So we will discuss that more detail when we come to the topic. Okay, we will see about that more. Okay, so before that, see what is the next topic we have. Now we understood about types and also operators. Formatting commands, I don't think this is required now. I don't have to keep that in the code. Very important, guys. Without condition, there is no programming, or there is no program that exists without conditional statements. Very, 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 very important.